Okay, it's 1:15 and I've moved upstream a little bit. I've switched over to the Wasatch Tenkara rods, baby Rodzilla. This is the 5.5 version. It's probably a little short for this particular stream, even at its fully extended length, but it's what I've got, and so I will use it. It's labeled 5.5, but it's not a 5.5 rod. Not even close. It's got 3 different lengths. So the first length you can fish it in is 240 centimeters. The next one is 270 centimeters. And then the last length is about 306 centimeters. Again, still pretty short for this particular stream, but it'll be okay. I'm fishing a number 3 level line. Casts are good. There we go. And it's got good power. I haven't measured the RFI in the longest length, but in the shortest length it's a 6.6, so not even close to a 5.5 rod. And you can see the bend is definitely not a 5.5. That is clearly a 6.4 mid or upper mid tip flex. So definitely not a 5.5 rod, but it casts this line well, and at least on that last fish I had a really good hook set. That's a good sized fish. Oh, come on. Come on. Good sized fish for this stream. I mean, yeah. I don't want to burn this hole for this fish, but I just might have to. Yeah, nice little rainbow, probably 10 inches, almost 12. Oh, and he's off. There we go. Another one. Again, relatively nice size for this particular stream. I'm using a bead head peacock futsu. This one's got a small brass copper bead. Oh, that one. Got a branch. Looks like I'm going to burn this hole. Keep them off the rocks, which this rod can easily do. It's got enough power that you can lift, although this isn't that big of a fish, you can lift your fish over obstructions so you don't have to go in and burn the hole. There we go. Shot out from underneath the willow branches. Every time I fish this section, I can pretty much count on a fish coming out from underneath the willow branches. Got a river birch over there giving me hassles. Another one. Come on, there you go. A little bit better size. Yeah, about 10 inches. At least gives me a fight. Yeah, it's a nice little fish. Another one, a little bit better size. These fish are about 10 inches. They are rainbows, so they have more power than, you know, when they first hit and take off, than cutthroat or even sometimes browns. But this rod easily handles them because, for the very fact, it is not a 5.5 rod. It is considerably stiffer than a traditional Japanese 5.5. There we go, another one. Having a hard time keeping fish off my line with this beadhead futsu, peacock futsu. This one's got some red wire tied around the peacock as a ribbing. Oh, I've just lost it. Oh, and he's off. Yeah, it's a little bit better size. So, what do I think of this rod? Well, I've only fished it right now in its longest length, but I like it. I like it better than most of the Wasatch Tenkara rods. For most of them, I find them too heavy and clunky, but this one is short enough that that is not a problem. I like it over the, oh, there's my fly, goes my fly. I like it over the Darth Quattro 5.5. I think this one has better usable lengths. But yeah, it casts number 3, a short number 3 level line just fine. This whole line with the tip, it's about 120. Yeah, it's about 120 centimeters long. So the line itself is about maybe, I don't know, maybe 300 centimeters long, 290. But it's a fun rod. I consider this rod a bush rod, or a beater rod, if you want to use that term. And what I mean by that is that Ruben claims that the 6.4 version of this rod has never been broken on a fish or a snag. So this is perfect rod for a small stream like this, where you might end up hitting branches a lot, having to lift fish up over obstacles like that island, and where you might worry about breaking your rod. Given Wasatch Tenkara's rods' reputations of having robust rods, I don't really worry about that. Oh, good heavens, there we go. And so in a situation like this, where you're in full combat mode with lots of snags, it can be very useful. The handle is okay. It's nice for a very short rod. It's only 20 centimeters long, but no problem on this particular rod. So yeah, I think Ruben's done a very good job with this particular rod. I'll fish it on some other streams in the shorter lengths, but I suspect they will fill. Yeah, it casts fine. Of course, this is a bead head fly, so it's heavier, turns over, but about the very shortest length. Yeah, so again, this is an RFI of 6.6. That is fast, but I prefer rods like in that RFI range for small, brushy streams, given the size of my fish and some of the challenges that I face. Okay, it's 1:50, and that's it. I've had a great time. I will definitely use this rod. The coloring is interesting. It matches my line, interesting enough. The tip section is orange like my line, and the rest of the rod is green like my cider. That's sort of fun too. Okay, well, good job, Ruben. It's a nice rod. I don't like the name. I think the name is dumb, but the rod speaks for itself.